It's the MagicGatheringStrat Show. It's a show about a magic podcast. Hello, everybody. It's me, Brennon, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, are my two co-hosts. Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody out there.
And Dan, the Fan of History.
Hello, faithful listeners.
Yay, faithful people. Today we're going to talk about what we always talk about. Standard Pauper. We're going to go over both events this week. Oh, that's a refreshing change. Do our weeks in review and talk about Pauper Classic Tuesday. But let's start off with a little Standard Pauper. Let's look at the SPDC. SPDC 2907 happened this past Sunday, May 24th. 20 players, 20 reported. Thank you very much. 3 rounds. Swifts.
20 players, that's pretty good.
It is. That's a lot for SPDC.
Nice.
Top 8 playoff hosted by the lovely and talented Dr. Chris Baker. Looking at the top 8, Dr. Chris Baker had a 6-0 record with mono blue control. We'll look at that list a little bit later. Second place was Is It Control with Beatnik Bobby. Only thing Bobby lost to was Dr. Baker's list. Then you had Bad Aggro Boros with the 3-2. Dashing Dashers, Mr. Johnny in a Bucket, good friend of the show, with the 3-2.
Congrats going to top 4 in like the second event you've played. That's pretty awesome. So
it is pretty awesome. Then you have Green Smash
I like
making
that
top
bit.
8. Yeah, Green Smash and Mono Green, very similar. But yeah, they're great. Taser the Dog with his Is It Control. I didn't have time to look at the differences between the two. And then you have Yellow Eyes 2 with the Green White 2, which is the Green White Heroic deck. So let's look at Dr. Baker's list. Here is the list. Let's go into a little more detail. We have 4 Jeskai Sage, 4 Whirlwind Adept, 1 Little Nimbus Naiad, 1 Palace Familiar. And as far as spells go, have 4 Divination, 4 Griptide. I think this really is a control list. What do you guys say?
it feels control-y.
It is possible.
It is possible. 4 Nullify. And then you have 4, count them, 4 Treasure Cruise.
Yes.
Yes, if you can't find what you're looking for in this deck, then it ain't there. Yeah.
Note the 4 divinations and 2 anticipates.
Right, I noticed that. I was about to get to that. Yeah, there's 3 Rise of Eagles for some threats, because you need threats. Only 2 anticipates. That, to me, is crazy. I would have flipped it, but he must be on to something.
Is there a verdict on this? Well, do people usually play 4 anticipates?
Here, let me click through real quick and see what the other control decks have done. Here.
Yeah, because I have not been keeping
controls.
I haven't been keeping an Anticipate watch, just a Treasure Cruise watch. Yeah.
We need more watches.
More watches.
We need all of the watches.
All of the time.
The other Taser a Dog. Taser a Dog? Wow.
Taser the Dog.
Okay, the Dog. Okay, he's running 4 anticipates, but Beatnik Bobby's running 0.
Wow.
And they're both running divinations.
Holy crap.
Actually, yeah, Beatnik's only running 2 divinations, 4 cruises, and no other card draw at all.
Uh-huh.
And they lost.
Yeah. They lost.
So, for this one instance, it seems that divination is better. I need more evidence.
I feel like I would run 4 anticipates, 2 divs.
Yep, that's what I would do. Then again, I'm not 6-0 in an SPDC either.
That understandable.
2 negates, 1 little old cancel, 1 Voyage's End, and 1 whisk away. Well, you know. 16 islands. Look at all those bad boys. 4 evolving wilds. And 4 radiant fountains, which apparently I didn't make a graphic for. But believe me, they're there. Let's look at...
Looks like a solid land base.
Yeah. I don't see how you can go wrong. Because you're gonna... It's mostly... You have the evolving wilds just to fuel the treasure cruise. And against the more aggressive decks, you do have your Radiant Fountain.
Was there any other use for evolving wilds than treasure cruise?
Nope. No. Oh, no. No other delve.
All the other delve cards in blue are pretty not playable.
Yeah, Will of the Naga is the only other
Yeah.
one I can think of right now. Alright, let's look at an opening hand. Mono blue control opens with an evolving wilds, an evolving wilds, an island, a divination, nullify, whirlwind adept, and a treasure cruise. So, based off what we know, do you keep or do you throw away?
I keep that. I think that's pretty decent. I mean, it's a little bit slow, but I like the fact that you're fairly close to cruise just with what you have in hand. So
Yeah, I figure you're dropping an island. You're dropping the evolving first, then an island to keep up nullify, probably. Not sure. And then you're going to be divinating as soon as possible. What do you say, Dan?
Yeah, I like that line. I think this shows the problem of running evolving wilds in this deck. Because if this had been 3 islands, it would have looked a lot better.
Oh, God. Yeah, you'd have been set up. You wouldn't have to worry about anything. But, unfortunately...
I mean, it does put you way far back on the cruise, though. Going...
Yeah, but I think the cruise will come organically anyway.
And especially if you divination and nullify by themselves are going to throw some stuff into the yard. Well, yeah, I think I would probably have to keep it.
Yeah, easy keep.
Yeah. Alright, let's look at the curve. It is a ton of 2-drops that quickly slope down. 3 drops are the next biggest, and then you have, the ones that are your threats out here. 6 is the Rise of Eagles, and 7 is the Treasure Cruise. 5, you have your Whirlwind Adepts. 4 is your Grip Tides. So anyway, that's a lot of 2-drops.
A lot of the 2-drops are sacrificial creatures, too. 4 Jeskai Sages and 1 Palace Familiar. You're basically just, jumping, drawing. So, pretty... I like the curve. I think it's pretty solid.
I wonder... I guess Gurmag Drowner isn't good enough here. Is Gurmag Drowner common? I thought it was.
It is. But, I mean, at the 4-drop, you want to leave up Grip Tide, probably.
I guess so.
Or a couple cruises, or nullify and a negate or something.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's look at the next 6 cards and see if our keep was justified. An island. Well,
it is.
Yep, there it is. We're done.
We can stop looking.
Nice.
Jeskai Sage on turn is your second draw, which is pretty good, actually. Another Whirlwind Adept, which don't have the mana for quite yet. And there's an evolving. So we do have the mana for it now.
Eventually. A million turns away.
Yeah. All 3 of the 4 evolving wilds turned up in the first 11 cards. Doesn't seem likely, but that's the way it is. And then another nullify. And a Voyage's End. So
the Voyage's End in the entire deck.
The one.
The one.
Well, there it is, though. Yeah. I say you're doing okay. If you can survive just long enough. I think you got it made.
I don't get the 1 Voyage's End and 4 Whirlwind Adepts.
That's a lot of Whirlwind Adepts.
I don't understand. I'm not a huge fan of one-offs. And this deck has 5 one-offs in it. 1 Nimbus Naiad, 1 Palace Familiar, 1 Cancel, 1 Voyages, and 1 Whisk Away. It just feels a little wobbly. I mean, again, he went 6-0.
He did. The thing I see is when you run 4 Whirlwind Adepts, you run a significant chance, and I wish I had the article favorited so I could go right to it where someone did the math. But you run a significant chance of having 2 in your opening hand.
That's absolutely correct.
And that would be maybe... That's almost like a mulligan. It really is. Yeah.
And I would change out... Well, again, it's hard to argue with results, but I would... Oh, and also, Gwynedd goes over this deck. He tweeted it out a little earlier tonight, and I haven't had a chance to read it, but he does go over this deck in depth. So everybody go check out Rider Adept, his blog. I'm going to check it out after the show and see if he came to the similar conclusions. But I think substituting 1 Whirlwind for at least 1 Naiad couldn't hurt. That's just me.
No, I like that quite a bit, actually. I think maybe taking out the Cancel and going up to another Voyage's End or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hate leaving up 3 mana
for
a counter spell.
It's nice with a hard counter, but if you only have 1, how do you how do you know you have it when you need it?
I mean, what purpose does it really serve?
Well, you can always just transmute your Wall of Phantasms into
none of these things. No.
Oh, wait. That can't happen.
That would be an amazing format.
Yeah. If we had transmute back in. Gosh.
And if they made it so you could do it as an instant, folks.
That seems slightly overpowered.
Just a little.
Oh, well. Anyway, yeah. I think it's pretty good.
But regarding the 4-offs, if you have 3 Whirlwind Adepts, that's the plan if you want to have 1 when you hit 5 mana.
Yes.
And if you have 2, then it's like, oh, this is my finisher. Maybe it's more than your finisher. Maybe it serves a defensive purpose as well.
It blocks so poorly, though.
That's it. You can't get rid of it, and it kills anything with 4 toughness or less.
It basically trades, though, and you don't want your 5-drop trading for their 2-drop, do you?
No, you don't want to do that, but maybe you want to 1-for-1 them because you draw so many cards.
That's true, and if you're drawing a bunch of Whirlwind Adepts, trading off 1 or 2 doesn't seem so bad.
I just feel like
as Sam said, trading off a 5-drop is not the best way.
I feel like this deck wants to deal with creatures with tempo options, though, and counters with Grip Tides and Nullifies, and maybe the Rise of Eagles is secretly the actual win con here.
Because there's only 2.
There's 3 Rises. And
there's 3. Oh, that's right, there's 3. Yeah.
So, I mean...
It's a good win con.
And maybe we're just looking at getting bogged up in the creatures, but really the Eagle tokens are how he actually wins.
Maybe. Alright. Well, let's look at MPDC. That's right, folks. We're going over to 2 events in 1 show. MPDC 2907. This past Monday, May 25th. 21 players, 21 reporting. Wow, look at that uptick. 100% reported. Love it. 3-round Swiss. Top 8 playoff hosted by our good buddy Roberto Remedio. Coming in first, Tokens. You couldn't get more generic of a name if you tried. came in first. We'll look at that one. Second was Bad Aggro Boros. We saw Bad Aggro.
It's the same deck, right?
Yep, as previously tried in the...
no, it's the same deck as the first place deck.
Oh, tokens?
Yes,
Bad Aggro Boros.
Very similar.
So, let's see. Yeah, it looks like they were both 4-1 going into the finals. And then you have the blue-black merchant deck. Mono green. Another blue-black. They call it Devotion. I'm pretty sure it's just the same. Merchant type deck. Black green ramp, which is pretty cool. We've seen that a couple of times. Then you have the Esper deck by Nagi Bultra. Followed up with a Dash deck. Didn't do so hot, but made top 8. So, let's look at tokens. There it is. It is a Boros deck, but no sideboard.
What?
Because sideboard are for wimps.
Yes, I was like, either this guy has a big brass pair,
maybe he just failed to report
or failed to report it.
Well, I mean, he went 5-1. He only lost 3 games.
Yep.
He had to have had a sideboard. I mean,
he's like, screw it. My deck has all the answers already built in. So let's look at those.
Perfect.
Let's look at those answers. 4 Avon Skirmisher.
Yeah, Avon Skirmishers, folks.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And then you have 4 Mardu Horde Chief. That's a decent card right there. And 4 Sand Step Outcast.
The only difference between this deck and Bad Aggro Boris and the creatures is Bad Aggro is playing 4 Selfless Cathars instead of
the
Avon Skirmishers.
You would think that'd be better.
I mean,
I guess the Avon Skirmishers.
This guy beat that guy, so
that's true. Maybe the Avon Skirmishers are there to either get over the top or stop an aerial attack.
It does enable raid.
It sure does. Alright, well, let's look at the spells for Dragon Fodder. Here, I like this. 4 Impact Tremors. Dun dun dun.
Impactful.
Yes, exactly. Very punny. 4 Raise the Alarm. It's an awesome card. 4 Triplicate Spirits. 4 War Flare. My goodness. That is so expensive. I guess the untap those creatures is pretty important, but Trumpet Blast is so much easier to cast.
1 less mana, 1 less color.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, something to it. Went 5-1. Then we have Collateral Damage, because a Lightning Bolt at the cost of a token is still a Lightning Bolt. 2 Lightning Strike, and 2 Rush of Battle. Again, 4 mana for this Anthem-y type effect. But they do get lifelink with this one. Actually,
there are some warriors in here. I mean,
yeah, warrior creatures get...
yeah. Right.
Exactly. Warrior creatures get lifelink. That should be pointed out.
All of his creatures, all of his actual real creatures are warriors.
But none of his, but only 1 token? Or no, I think that other token's a soldier.
Yeah, soldiers and goblins.
Yeah.
And spirits. Yeah, so.
I would run Trumpet Blast.
I'd probably run, yeah, maybe 4 Trumpet Blasts, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah. But, I mean, again, 5-1.
Yeah. Hard to argue.
I think you have to have more than 4 because you're so reliant on it. With this strategy, you really need a pump spell.
Yeah, you do. You gotta have pump spells to win.
So 6, so maybe the 4 blasts and 2 war flares. I mean, I just don't feel, I don't know. Rush doesn't seem all that strong.
Wait, let's look at Rush. Can that... Well, neither of these require
It's a
need to
sorcery.
be. Yeah, this is a sorcery.
Oh my gosh, that just does not seem strong.
Yeah.
I like Warflare a lot, as it can be used defensively.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's an instant. That's not bad.
Warflare is
And
better than...
Trumpet Blast can't be used on your opponent's turn.
No, it cannot, and it has to be only attacking creatures get it.
Yeah, but don't you just want to go all in on it?
Maybe that's why we don't go 5-1.
Yeah, that's why I don't play aggro.
Alright, here's the land. You have 8 plains, 5 mountains, 4 evolving wilds, used effectively, and 4 wind-scarred crags. Alright, let's take a look at an opening hand. You have a mountain, wind-scarred crag, lightning strike, I like it already, raise the alarm, also awesome, impact tremors, OMG, looking great. Dragon Fodder 2? What?
Wow.
Nice.
And Sandstep Outcast. I'm keeping this. Keep.
Yeah, that's a snap keep. No thought.
What were you saying, Dan?
It looks great.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
But unless you draw another land, then maybe it's a bit boring.
Yeah, because on turn 2, you want to put down the impact tremors.
So it isn't very fast.
No. Do need some more land. Let's take a look at the curve real quick. Can anyone guess what the curve looks like?
Yes.
Tiny.
Pew pew. There you go. It's the middle finger.
What are
curve.
the 6 drops?
Trip spirits.
Oh, okay. Not really 6 drops.
Not really. Anyway, it's an actual curvy curve. So let's look at the next 6 cards and see what we, if we are rewarded. Ooh. There's a big old War Flare we're not going to cast for a while. There's a Triplicate Spirits we could probably cast on turn 6 at the rate we're going. Hey, there's a mountain. There you go.
And actually, you draw the mountain on turn 3, which is perfect. I mean,
I guess that's true.
You draw it 3 turns in. First draw, second... Yeah. So, I mean, you actually need that to cast the Outcast, so...
That's true. Alright, another Triplicate
You will have a
Spirits.
lot of tokens by turn 5.
Yes, you will. Because you got a lot of twosies. So, you know, you're going to have creatures out there. You have mana.
It's a super high-end curve for this type of deck with the trips, the War Flare, the Rush of Battle, so...
Right. And you have...
But, I mean, when you go back to that opening hand, just the Impact Tremors, you've done, without even attacking, something like 1 million damage to your opponent.
1 million, maybe 1.5 million.
A million.
So yeah, you're going to be able to cast Triplicate Spirits pretty soon. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. You get 3 flying tokens and do 3 damage to your opponent. I'll take it. Well, that's it for the MPDC. Sam, so anything happened to you this week you want to talk about?
I've played my second week's league match and it went really poorly. Thank you for playing the reversed. It was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped from the league because I'm
no.
0-2. And I don't feel like I have a deck in the format right now.
Right.
I've been playing some various different decks and I don't feel comfortable with any of them. So I'll come back in the next league.
Okay.
Try it out. So, but other than that, I've been trying to brew some stuff without any success, and I want to build Delexikov's Crazy White Infect deck.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
Ran into that a couple times, and it looks like a blast.
It does look like fun.
Yep, but nothing other than that going on.
Yep. Yep. Well, Mr. Dan,
I'm
what's your week like?
1-0 in the league, so I'm really enthusiastic. I feel
All
like I'm on
right.
top of the world. I'm playing my second match in 5 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Good luck.
So, yeah, I'm playing Den of Bears Delvelist.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. I watched your match.
That was... I drew like a god and he didn't.
Hey, but then that's what it's all about.
Yes.
It's high variance game.
Yeah, I'm still on Formidable Green in Standard Pauper, but I asked our good friend Roberto how what's the changes to Gary's Cruise,
Yeah.
and he said Gary's Cruise is. He looked at me like I was from early 2015, and he said, "No, we are playing Exploit now." And I got a couple of exploit lists.
Okay, cool.
So I might try some of one of those. And I'm on all-in allies in modern still.
I love tribal, and that deck looks. But you're right. If they could just come out with just a couple more, it seems like that particular deck is just like 2 creatures away from being like an actual real contender. You know what I mean?
I think it's just one drop away.
I think just one drop, huh?
Another 1-drop ally.
Well, that would be
and
interesting.
I think it's very likely we get one this fall. Because allies will be in battle for Zendikar.
Right.
I think. Based on what Mark Rosewater said in his podcast.
I agree. I think they're going to bring back allies, and vampires are going to be a big player as well.
And fetch lands.
And fetch lands. Finally affordable.
Maybe I said that last time. I bought the Oblivion Stones.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm just waiting for Modern Master stuff to fall, and then I'm back on Tron.
Nice.
The Standard Super League, the big event that it's basically through Wizards, but it's kind of independent.
Mm-hmm.
There was the Red Green Tron Mirror tonight, and then Owen Turtenwald won it with Red Green Tron. And
How
I was
could
like,
that be in the Standard Super League?
Oh no, it was a modern.
Okay.
Week 5 they did a variant, and it was modern tonight. I'm sorry, I should have led with that.
Why?
But it was really. It was. I was like, I can't wait until Dan can start making videos of this deck again, because I love the freaking deck. It's amazing. It's really good. So.
Oh, same here. Remember that I'm doing the Modern Bible of Red Green Tron?
Yes.
Every Sunday on MTGO Library.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done the videos to accompany the articles yet, but the articles come out every Sunday. And this week I did Slaughter Games. What do you target with Slaughter Games, and in which matchups do you bring it in?
All of them?
That's good.
No, absolutely not.
No way.
It's actually very hard to, like, versus Splinter Twin. You don't want Slaughter Games.
It's just too slow, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of slow, but it's also very dangerous because Splinter Twin players win so often without Splinter Twin.
Right.
And if they board out Splinter Twins, then what do you hit? Do you take the Deceiver Exarchs? What do you want to take? It's it doesn't do anything. So it really has to wreck the deck you play against, like Scapeshift, like Storm.
Wow.
And Tron. It's a very useful sideboard card in the mirror.
Oh yeah, I
can
can
get rid
imagine.
of Karn.
Nice.
And then you can be the only one with Karn, and that's pretty good.
That's a place you want to live.
Right,
Yeah,
that's a good
because getting
place.
Tron versus Karn is pretty hard.
Nice. Very cool. Everybody check that out, that weekly article. Again,
It's on mtgolibrary.com. Click on the blog link.
yeah.
Every Wednesday I write something else. So the Modern Bible is on Sundays.
Super cool, man. But yeah, I like having actual contender decks on our channel, and Red Green Tron, it's always a strong contender. It's awesome.
I'm doing the series for 32 weeks, and I'm now on week 14, the Modern Bible series.
Nice.
I really liked the format and the way you had to think about the deck and stuff, so I might do it on another deck when I'm done, or probably after the Pauper Gauntlet. It's like scheduled to end around the time when the Pauper Gauntlet starts on November 8th.
Cool. And we're all looking forward to the Pauper Gauntlet.
That's going to be crazy. Oh, my life is going to disappear.
That'd be awesome. Well, for me, I played my second league match and I lost. Still playing the Turbo Exhume deck. Played against Gons playing MBC. And game 1, it wasn't even close. Game 2, I had a hasty Gurmag Angler out on turn 2, hitting him. Hit him for 5. I hit him for 10. And I hit him for 15. And he stayed at 5 and won the game.
No!
Yep.
That's not the way it's supposed to happen.
Nope, it's not. I even had 2 duress. I took away his Chainer's Edict. And the second duress, I took away Geth's Verdict. And then he had an oubliette at some point, and I died.
Oh.
Yep.
This is a gross deck.
Yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, I had that angler out, and then another angler, and then I at one point had that one angler got killed, sacrificed or something. And then while I still had the hasty angler out, I believe I got an Ulamog's Crusher, but never got to swing with him. And then he oublietted the anglerfish. So, yeah.
Yeah, that must be your worst matchup.
Oh gosh, without a doubt. Because I looked at Gons and he often plays Affinity, and I was like, yes, Affinity. I love playing against Affinity players. They just, even if they dump out creatures on turn 3, having an Ulamog Crusher coming at them, it's pretty devastating.
Yeah, so you got 4/4s, that's cute.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now, which one are you going to sacrifice?
Sacrifice 2, double block.
Exactly. It's like, I don't care, because in my hand I have another Exhume. I'm just going to get him out again. So, yep, it was good. I'm 1-1. We'll see what next week holds. But I'm still on it. I'm still in it to win it.
Raining it out.
Yeah. Like I said, I promised in my article that I would play until I lost 4 times. This is only 1. So there's at least 3 matches left in me if I make it that far, or if the league makes it that far, I guess.
You can still make it to top 8. You just have to win out.
I just have to win out, I know. We'll see.
But you can.
Who knows? See, if I could hang out in the loser bracket for just long enough to pick off the experimental decks, there you go. Then maybe I can. So that was my week. Other Magic-y stuff, not much. Going to Comic-Con this weekend. That'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't know what I'm going to do. I want to go, and there's lots of people I want to get autographs for, but I also don't want to spend $5,000, which is actually really easy to do with that, because there's all sorts of cool stuff. I think I am going to get a picture taken with Gillian Anderson and Mitch Pileggi from X-Files. I think that's my choice.
Oh my god.
Yep, I need to go out there. Yeah, I need to go out there and buy that. So that's what I want to do. And I need to get their autograph because I have a long picture. It's it's a 12 by 24 picture of the entire cast, and I don't have Gillian Anderson or David Duchovny's autograph on there, so I will pick up Gillian Anderson's autograph this weekend. So I'm almost done with that. I take
it you are excited for the new season.
I am cautiously optimistic. I don't want. It's like I want to be excited, like super excited, but
you want to believe.
Yes, I want to believe. I even have a picture of me and my wife in Fox Mulder's desk, like, you know, with the desk that he had with the poster and everything, pencils in the ceiling and all that. Like, they brought the set to an X-Files. Like, there was an X-Files Expo that happened around the time the movie came out. And they brought that, and I got my picture taken there, like in the office. It was awesome.
Which movie?
The X-Files movie, Fight the Future.
Okay, the first one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that one was terrible, but
the second one was bad. The first one wasn't horrible. I mean, it tied the two seasons together. So.
Yeah. You know, I'm hoping that they get back to the original feel of the series with the new series, but we'll see. I don't know. Fingers crossed.
I think it's going to be awesome.
I hope so.
I'm just a casual fan of the X-Files, but I am excited.
It was on Friday nights, and that was always Magic Night. And at one point, I had about every episode on VHS because I would just tape them all.
Yep.
I mean, that was like...
Oh, yeah, I watched them every Friday night, because Friday night was Magic Night, wink. So, yeah, that was always fun.
I would get home from Friday Night Magic, or whatever it was called back then, the only night that enough people showed up to run a tournament, and watch X-Files.
Yeah.
That was pre-wife.
That was pre-wife, yeah. No, I was... Gosh, I started... Yeah, I was married in 97. So, from, I guess, 94-ish to 97. That's when I worked at the college, and we wheeled in a TV. It was funny because one lab right across from our tech lab had a TV in it where they could, show, like, instructional videos or whatever. We could swing the TV around so we could see it through the window, and then I ripped apart a printer cable and wired it to the speaker, the mono speaker on that TV, and had this super long printer cable, and that went to a crappy PC speaker that we found so we could watch X-Files and hear it. So, yeah.
So, I don't think Brendan falls into the casual fan category.
Nope.
I have seen them all.
I mean, I'm so much of a fan, I even watched the last season. Ooh,
hey.
burn.
I tried to watch
so
the
bad.
8th season when Mulder was gone, but I couldn't make it through.
It was rough, man. So
Actually,
rough.
I liked that last season because I think Annabeth Gish is a pretty decent actress. She played the psychic replacement for Gillian Anderson's character.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a huge problem with that last season. Doggett was a little annoying. But
yeah, it wasn't the same.
No.
But again,
what is?
I hope they catch that spark again. I like the Lone Gunman series. That was fun.
And short.
Yeah. It should have been longer, but then he killed him off. What the hell? Oh, yeah, spoilers.
Oh, my God. The Lone Gunman can't come back.
They can't. I know. Then it suck.
Oh, well, that really lowers my hopeful optimism.
I know.
Thanks,
unless I do.
Brennan.
You're welcome. 15-year spoilers. Oh, well. Okay. Back to Magic. Hey, everybody. Johnny in a Bucket set the standard for all of you out there. And you see what we did? We featured his digital images on our show. And we talked about the shop that he goes at. And I'm sure that the income from our talking about it was incalculable. So, go ahead, make it happen, and I will help you out. It'll be awesome. You'll love it. We love doing it. Alright, so how does Pauper Classics Tuesday stand right now?
Done.
Done?
Yeah, finish, completed. The winner was Uluru Guru playing Boros Kitty over PK23 playing his Tron build.
Yep.
Good matchup. Actually, Uluru rolled PK23. PK had Tron both games. He didn't draw anything to go with it, really.
Wow.
So,
crazy.
yeah, it's a good Boros Kitty build. I don't like the 3 Faithless lootings, but...
Seems like a hard matchup. In the
for
final.
Boros Kitty?
Yeah.
Or for Tron. Yeah, I think it's a hard
Boros
matchup
Kitty.
for Kitty. So...
But he did it. Wow,
One result Marauder, and what do you do?
Journey to Nowhere it.
Or
And that's what he
owing
did.
it.
Good
Yeah.
answer.
Yep.
So he's running 4 journeys, which is maybe a little heavier than normal. So
I don't know if there's a lot of NBC, you may get hit by 1 Gary, but you sure as heck won't get hit by 2 at the same
I
time.
think, isn't 4 journeys pretty standard?
I mean, I don't see it all that often. I mean, it's not like the deck is in the top tier, like the 1 Oblivion Ring. The 3 Faithless Lootings, those are kind of more standard, so it's a good build. So I like it.
It looks good.
Yeah. And the Gorilla Shamans out of the board did a lot of work.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Went
No
up a whole bunch
kidding.
of stuff. So it was a good match. I was rooting for PK. He didn't quite get it done though, so
Oh well.
there's always next time.
Exactly. Let's see, what was number... Oh yeah, PK23 with his Tron. Morbid Trinket. Is this just standard Trinket, or what's this? Augur?
It
Fume
looked
Spitter,
like a standard trinket deck.
Diabolic, Sign of Blood, Tragic, Undying, Executioner.
Morbid trinket. The sideboard is a bit different.
Absent Guide.
Whoa. How...
They can't possibly be right.
I say, it can't be.
What?
You can't cast it.
Well, I mean, you can play it as a morph.
I guess? And then what?
Loose.
Can you flip it somehow?
Grave Purge.
You're not playing any way to place white or green.
You can flip it with... oh, this must be a mistake, but you could flip it with Undying Evil, I guess.
Oh, you could just let it die and undie it, and it comes back as a
4/4 lifelink.
5/5
5/5 lifelink.
5/5. Ooh.
That looks far-fetched.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
man, you are talking some corner case. Because first you have to have it out there as a morph, and have Undying Evil in your hand, ready to go.
There's one card here in this sideboard we often get a question on regarding Trinket. Why Trinket doesn't play Hydroblasts.
Yeah?
And that's because Trinket is a mono-black control deck splashing blue, so you can't reliably have blue mana.
Oh.
And you probably need Hydroblast against burn, so you don't have to reliably have blue mana.
Right.
Isn't your answer against burn most of the time Life Staff? Oh, I mean,
Yes, absolutely.
so yeah, I mean, look at he's got such limited
Life Staff
blue
and
sources.
discard, and he's giving up on the discard.
He's got
the
the 2
discard-
Raven's Crimes. I mean,
Yeah,
how
but the
ma- how
targeted
often are you
discard
gonna
is
read?
so important in the Trinket sideboard.
I mean, how often are you going to retrace Raven's Crime? I've played some Trinket. You want pretty much all of your lands
Yes.
in play. It's not mana heavy, but you want to be able to do a whole lot of. You want to be able to do stuff every single turn.
The
so,
Grim Harvest loops, you definitely need the mana.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, you need to have 3 up.
And I think
Hall
Relic of
eligibility.
Pianitus is just a mistake in the sideboard compared to Neil Spellbomb.
Yeah, I like
yeah,
Neil.
the Skull Bomb is better. He lost the goblins, beat the goblins on the top 8 rebound, and then he lost. It was a grindy match actually. He lost to the Boros Kitty deck.
Yeah.
I watched this. I watched both of the top 4 matches. So
Get back
must
in
have
my
been a
hand,
grind
right?
fest.
Meow.
it was awesome. It was a really grindy because I mean both of the decks are super grindy. So
Yeah, mid-range party.
and then the Rakdos control deck that Gons played.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't one of those real type of decks, so it was really fun to watch. God, I hate Oubliette. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Carry over your arguing.
Twin
Lightning.
Bolt.
Doesn't
Love Twin
Lightning
Bolt.
always just feel too slow?
The old dream of lightning.
Yeah. We want it to be so awesome.
Because
Three
it
mana.
was in
What's that?
Standard.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was. It seems great.
Bloodbraid Elf into Lightning. Those were the days.
Oh man.
Why is he running the artifact lands?
Why is he what?
Running the artifact
Water
lands.
Whispers and Great Furnace. I
Because
see
of
people doing that all
because
the
of
time.
science. I don't
Something
know.
to discard the Wrench Mind?
Maybe. That seems.
Maybe.
If you're freaked out about Wrench Mind,
You would have to be real worried about Wrench Mind.
both of his losses were to PK.
Oh, they sure were. Look at that.
So this has
Yeah,
no
this-
matchup against Tron. And look, he's running in his sideboard 4 Rancid Earths,
Yep.
3 Gorilla Shamans.
And he still lost 0-2. Whew.
Yeah. So that's pretty
He
tough.
must have drawn horrible.
Well, that's the point
mean-
of the Tron deck, right? To beat mono black control, and this is pretty much a mono black control deck splashing red.
Splashing
And
red,
this-
yeah.
In the second game against PK hardcasted with just the mana, not Tron, just the mana. He cast a Fangman Marauder because Gons had him off of Tron with the Rancid Earths.
But he still had enough mana to cast the Fangren.
He finished the game at
Yikes.
48 life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was pretty. I would say he kind of had it in hand the entire game. So
Yeah. Ooh, what's this infect? Infect lost out, but
where do you see Infect? Oh, way down there.
way
White
down there, yeah.
green. Is that Lexiquife's deck? No.
Sister? No.
It's got the green creatures in it.
Yeah.
It's only white for the Apostle Blessing, so it's not really a white
It's
deck.
not really a white deck, it's mono green.
Yeah.
Mono green plus pain.
Yeah.
What else do we have? There's the goblins. I mean, do we really need to see? We can look at it, I guess. Blood Crazed Goblin. What the what?
What is Blood Clay? What?
Unless an opponent has been
It's
dealt.
another 2/2?
Yeah, but it can't attack unless you deal them damage.
That's rough.
That's real rough. You can't attack
How
unless you
reliably can you
attack.
do that?
I don't know.
Death Spark, Goblin Arsonist, and then your Burn are the
But
only
Arsonist has to
sources
die.
of direct.
Arsonist has
Yeah.
to die.
I mean, it still gets one. That seems horrible.
Oh, and also there's none of the sacrifice goblins.
Wow.
Slider.
You think this is a budget build?
But they're
You
just
don't
not that
wanna buy 'em.
They're
expensive.
not that expensive, no.
Especially since Tempest was just out. Riot Piker? Why? I don't know, man. This deck
I mean,
is
he did
weird.
go 2-2, so
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like you want to run 4 Mog Flunkies.
No, you don't want to run 0 Mog Flunkies.
You want to run 8 Mog Flunkies.
You want to run -4 Mog Flunkies.
-4. You want
You want to take out your Mog Flunkies and delete them.
Right.
I'm going to run the 12 that you're not running, Dan.
The 100 I'm not running. And so Cohort is in here, but where is the other one?
Oh.
Mog.
I don't know.
Wow, this is a weird selection of goblins.
I mean, in the note down there, his comment was my first try at a goblin deck. So.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So maybe he didn't even know of the others.
Yeah, because I would totally recommend Google.
I mean, isn't the strength of the deck the 2/2s for 1 mana?
Yeah, and the sacrifice goblins.
Yeah.
The Goblin Rock Slider and the...
Sludder.
Rock Slider and something else.
Yeah, the Sludder and the other one that escaped me. I don't play goblins.
Yeah, me either.
It's too aggro-y.
Although I made a goblins modern deck for my daughter to take when it's F&M modern. Which is like every other week. They switch between standard and modern.
Oh, that's nice.
It's kind of cool.
The shop that I have cubed at, they're doing tiny leaders on Sundays.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know how that's going yet. I don't have a tiny leaders deck put together because it's expensive. 60 card power. So
it's Mog Conscripts was
Conscripts.
Conscripts.
There you go. Well, that's an interesting look at Pauper Classic Tuesday.
Great variety among the decks.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I wonder what's up with Boros Kitty in Pauper Classic Tuesdays. It's like so popular.
It is, and then you have stalwarts of the format saying how Boros Kitty isn't a real deck. But I mean, it always shows up. I don't see how it can be said that it isn't a staple now.
It's in 8th place on Goldfish, so that's for 3% of the metagame. That's a real deck.
Have you guys noticed how mono black control, like the bugaboo of it, has killed like hexproof completely?
Really?
Yeah, it's just gone. Nobody plays hexproof anymore. Like, just all those non-targeted removal spells.
Right.
Is just...
Well, having Chainer's Edict added to mono black control really gave it a super leg up on hexproof.
I mean, when you
is
look
in 11th place. It's in 15th place.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Yeah, that's real low.
But where the hell is Tron there? I see.
Where's Delver now? Is it still 3?
Yeah.
Okay, and then so right now it's mono black, Affinity, and then Delver.
Yes.
Okay, so that seems right, I guess.
There is a drop off with the 7th place, so the 6 big decks that have quite similar percentages is mono black, Affinity, Delver, Burn, Familiars again, and Stompy. They're all above 8% of the metagame.
I do like hearing Stompy in there, so
that is fun.
But when Delver is low, you can usually find some other version of Delver with some percentage further down.
Oh, right.
Like Angler Delver, there are 3 versions of.
They do that a lot.
Yeah.
Why would you splash black into Delver?
I don't know.
Don't do it, kids. Don't do it.
Because they're trying to do Grixis Delver like in Legacy?
Or Modern.
Yeah.
There's no Tanger or whatever that card's called.
Tasigur.
Tasigur, yeah. So don't do it. Tasiger's the reason.
This looks like a metagame where Tron would do really well. Mono black control, it's the best matchup for Tron.
Right.
And then you have Affinity and Delver, they're not super hard matchups.
Well, folks, get out there and do it PK23 style.
Yeah.
I don't know what style that is.
Tron style, yo.
Tron style.
Opa Tron style. Ope. I just did that and you heard it.
Yes, we did.
What was that?
I don't know. That was something.
Brennan had a mild stroke just then, everybody.
Yep, maybe. All right, folks. Well, I think me and my debilitating injury, we're gonna end the show. So please go to
Is that
Magic.
a reference to Sam?
What? A debilitating injury? Sam, do you have a debilitating injury?
I don't have any debilitating injuries.
I thought you meant that Sam was your debilitating.
Oh.
Snap.
That's mean.
It's getting catty up in here,
That's
y'all.
why I had to ask if you really meant it.
That wasn't very neutral of you, Dan.
Sorry.
What kind of hippie socialist ideal is being mean, huh? So mean, Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aw, I forgive you.
Oh.
I can't stay mad at you.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, now we are totally derailed.
We are. Please go to MagicGatheringStrat.com, and one day, I swear I'll fix this extra space here in between the www and the Magic Gathering Strat.
Oh, I have to say something.
Yeah.
About the Patreon.
Patreon. Yes.
The Patreon has now been pushed over $150.
So
next week I'm back playing Limited as well.
Boom.
And I think I'll get my feet wet with Phantom Seals of Dragon's Fate.
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna do next week.
You completely missed Tempest Remastered. That's a shame.
That was very intentional.
Yeah, he does not like Tempest.
Yeah. I was thinking, should I do Tempest Remastered or should I put like paper underneath my nails? But I decided to do neither.
Wow, he really hates Tempest block, y'all.
Yeah, I don't.
Please go to.
Very, very impressed with Wasteland from Tempest Remastered and the price it has been maintaining. It's a rare.
Yeah.
It's at $59.
$59.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, those things aren't firing like enough to drop the cost down. There weren't enough cards in it to make people actually want to draft the stupid set.
True.
What is there other than Wasteland that you'd actually want?
Well, most of the things you wanted were reprinted in Vintage Masters anyway, so...
Right. Like, I mean, Lotus Petal, I'm sure that's dropped some.
I hope so.
They're not expensive anymore, not like they were. So...
Oh, I bought mine a long time ago, and they were like 3 or 4 tickets each. Sucks.
I have in front of me a list of the money cards in Tempest Remastered.
Yeah.
And it starts as Wasteland at 59, and then City of Traitors at 550.
Wow.
What at 550?
City of Traitors.
City of Traitors. And that was a pretty big drop for City of Traitors.
That is a tremendous drop for City of Traitors. That was an expensive card.
Yeah, so that's probably the card you want to buy. And the rest of the cards are like free.
Give them away.
Lotus Petal is still at 146.
Well, it's cheaper than I bought it for.
Yeah. I actually bought mine at 150 right after Tempest was drafted last time.
Oh, yeah. I had bought mine before that. I think.
They should just run a round of regular Tempest drafts.
All right. Also, on YouTube, we would like for you to subscribe and like. We're getting closer and closer to that magical $5,000. Oh my God, no, 5,000 followers.
$5,000 would be interesting because we made some pretty big commitments.
Yeah.
On that.
Oh, that's right. You guys should go look at the ridiculous top-end Patreon. They even offer to make sandwiches for people.
I will have to go to like 6 Grand Prix or something.
Yes, it's nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll do it.
Yeah, he will. He committed. Patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat if you want to support us. Twitter @MagicGathStrat for all the latest news you can use. And if you want to talk to me on Twitter, 140 characters will do you. @Cerulean says hi, hello. Or Sam @SPO7677. Facebook/MagicGatheringStrat. Also on iTunes. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Well, for this week and all that you have heard, I am Brennon.
I'm Sam.
I'm Dan.
And this has been the Magic Gathering Strat Show.
Magic Gathering.
It's so lovely.